Mom, can you take a picture?
Hey everyone, I'm on live video. I'm just out and about with my little girls and we're enjoying the sunshine. And it's a beautiful day out here today. I hope it is where you are too. We've got blue skies and you can see the sun. Maybe I should move into the shade for a moment. Anyway, seeing the sun today and the blue sky reminded me of something that I was looking up the other day. Trying to find some shade. That's better. No, I can see you properly. Hello, Lisa. It reminded me of something I was looking up the other day. I was thinking about vitamin D and trying to find a way to work out whether we can produce vitamin D in the middle of our winter. So I did some digging around. I'm sure all of you know already that one of the key ways that we take in vitamin D is actually that the skin sort of produces it by combination of I think it's the lipids on our skin and the sun's rays. But the complicating factor for those of us who don't live near the equator is that the angle of the sun in the wintertime is very low, and therefore the question is, even if we go outside and spend some time in the sunshine in the winter when we've got it, are we producing any vitamin D or not? And the simple answer to that question appears to be, if we go outside, obviously in the wintertime, try midday. If you go outside and you have a look at the length of your shadow, this is not that scientific, but it's just a general guide. If your shadow, my girls are having fun. If your shadow is longer than you are tall, then the chances are you will not be able to produce any vitamin D.
Mom, I found a hideout.
A hideout, that's awesome. Everything's exciting when you're 4. So let's try this out, shall we? I'm going to see if I can turn this camera around. 1 second, love. So I'm going to use, just a moment, lovey. I'm going to use the edge of this garden as my marker. So that's how long my shadow is at the moment. And if I paste that out from here, that's 1.5 meters, and 2, and that's still not where I was up to because my shadow before came up to about here. So it is midday. Just a minute, love. So it's midday, literally minutes after 12 noon, and even though the sun is at its highest point that it's going to get to today, in the middle of winter, I'm not going to be producing any vitamin D, even if I strip down to show a lot of skin, my arms and my legs and my shoulders, whatever. There's not much of a chance of producing any vitamin D in my part of the world in the middle of winter. And for those of you overseas watching, I live in New Zealand in the South Pacific, and we're probably closer to Antarctica than the equator. I should have looked that up beforehand. Somebody will prove me wrong there. Yeah, no vitamin D production in the winter, which means that if we want to stay feeling good throughout the winter, we probably want to be trying things like banking. Minor problem with the 3-year-old in the corner. That's really distracting. She's alright. She's fine. I'll sort her out in a second. It probably means that we need to be trying to bank some vitamin D in the summertime. So when the sun is high enough, when the angle of the sun is good enough for us to be producing vitamin C in the sun, we can go out, expose a little bit of skin, and produce some vitamin D. And vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin, so we can store some of it.
Mom,
yes.
I saw like a duck right in the water and it went back in the water.
Oh, you saw a duck?
Yeah.
Oh, exciting! Wow. Everything's chilling when you're 4. So yeah, we could try banking a bit of vitamin D, excess vitamin D in the summertime, or you may find that it's helpful to take a vitamin D supplement in these sorts of parts of the world in the winter. Just some thoughts there. Any questions, just pop them below, but you know, we can all Google. Thanks for joining us. I better sort Little Miss out, but have a lovely afternoon in the sun for those of you that do have sunshine. Bye for now.